set, and they're racing away. Cassia Malley and Miss Argentina gave away a length and two respectively. Sounds Positive, first one to react. Leopard Lily, LERTASHA. Right there is Surfing Bell in that fourth position. Royal Denise is out. One out and back in fifth. Then comes Alpine Ridge toward the inside. Miss Argentina looking to be given a patient ride going over this distance. Feels like heaven toward the inside. Then comes Injazart, and the slow starting Cassia Malley is the trailer. We have a free striding Sounds Positive by 2. And back in that second spot, you're going to find LERTASHA. Leopard Lily raced away in third. Surfing Bell. Royal Denise just gets a taste of the bit to stay interested in fifth. And Miss Argentina now over races for a stride or two. Alpine Ridge, then comes Injazart. Feels like heaven second to last. And Cassia Malley's going to whip them at the top of the lane, 600 out. Sounds Positive with a positive ride by 2. LERTASHA's going to dart through down the inside. Leopard Lily now comes alive, just got a half a length to make up. Miss Argentina and the Blue Silks are starting to hunt them down the centre, still got 3 to make up. Leopard Lily runs a big race at the 250 metre marker. LERTASHA now starts to fight back. Miss Argentina's down the middle and Cassia Malley, but I'm afraid LERTASHA's going great balls of fire, and there's no stopping LERTASHA, geared down by 3. Leopard Lily second, Miss Argentina and Cassia Malley. There you can see Ian Sturgeon. He's allowed LERTASHA to gear down the last 75 metres. She found a second burst and she had absolutely no problems. There's the pat on the head for number 3, LERTASHA. Well done to Lawrence Pillay and the Chin Sammies. This daughter of O'Reilly has spread eagled the opposition. Leopard Lily stayed on second. Miss Argentina was just far too sharp in the betting at R2.30 a pop. Cassia Malley, and then came Surfing Bell. No doubt number 3, LERTASHA. She stayed the trip, she had the quality, and she's put this field behind her. 300 to go. Leopard Lily moved up very dangerously at LERTASHA, but LERTASHA had a lot more to offer. Ian Sturgeon gives her 1 or 2 reminders, and then she just draws away for the victory. Leopard Lily is staying on second. There were all those questions to be answered by Miss Argentina, and she was not really dangerous at the 400. Anton looked to try and give her as much confidence as possible, but you could see she was never going to make up the ground today, and LERTASHA sped away from the opposition. Let's hand you back to the studio.
Our good mates of mine, Lawrence Pillay and Dylan Chinsami, will be all smiles with number 3, LERTASHA. Promised so much when she started off her career. She seemed to have lost her way a bit, but Wyo's got her back in good form. Now she's had 2 wins from her last 3 starts. And as I mentioned, Amy did give me a bit of confidence, which I passed on to you guys. You were quietly confident, Amy, that if she doesn't win, she'll go pretty close.
You know, she's a nice filly, she's big. Last time we brought her down from Joburg down for July Day. She didn't run too bad in that, so we thought let's bring her back down to the turf. Also first time here for her on Scottsville. The mile I think suited her. Ian put her to bed nicely for us. You know, she's always been running up front there and was never been able to finish her races right through to the end, and he gave her cover today. He followed his instructions perfectly, and you know, she performed for us just exactly how we wanted to. You know, her work was fantastic back at home. That's the best thing we can do, send our horses in fit. So very well done to Mr. Mowing, and I'm very happy for Mr. Chinsami and Mr. Pillay. You know, it's always lovely to have a winner for them, and thank you very much to Ian for the lovely ride.
And you enjoying it at Ashburton. We had a good chat the other day about the horses and the way things have gone at Ashburton, and you loving it?
Yes, we're all loving it. You know, everyone's settled down, the grooms, the horses, you know, the owners are also happy with the transformation of the horses. So things are looking very positive for us, and we are working very hard to keep that stature up there.
Well, give our best to Wyo and all the best to the mowing team.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to Amy for a positive feedback when we chatted to her earlier on, and she gave me lots of confidence, Ian, which I passed on to the guys. She said that looks like the right type of race, and she expected this filly to pretty much win it.
Yeah, she said the same thing to me. Wayo phoned me on the way down this morning. I was driving down, I rode a little bit of first string at Turfentine, and then I drove down. And he phoned me on the way, and he was pretty confident. He said, it's a type of race where she can win. And he gave me, quite specific instructions. He said, look, she's not going to make up ground from the back, but she has to be covered up behind one or two. She doesn't like to lead, and the race worked out nice. Being drawn twos, it helps. And the last furlong, it looked like maybe she could have come from last. She won that well.
I'm glad that you touched on Mawing giving you a call, because you're sitting on a horse for the first time, and it's a team effort. While you're going to go out there and do your best, it's really nice to get that feedback from the stable, which he's done, and great to ride for stables like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've never seen this filly in my life before, so his input was vital, and Amy, in the parade ring, just backed it up and said, ride her confidently, she'll come through and beat them. So well done to the yard.
Nice to see you still, boxing on early in the new season, doing a bit of traveling. I know you're based up in Gauteng. You mentioned working early this morning. So it's all about putting in the hours and getting the chances, isn't it, Ian?
Yeah, it's hard to ride work, in your own centre when you're traveling, down to Durban twice a week, in the fast days, especially Saturday's a fast day. I tried to get in a little bit of work this morning, and I left at 7:15, and luckily it's Scottsville today. It's only a 4-hour drive when you're going at the speed that I drive. So yeah, it's hard work, but I'm enjoying it, and as long as my body holds up, I'm still young, I'll keep going.
And let's not forget, thrown into that mix is that you're newly married, so you have to train the missus as well.
That's right, you can see me sweating. Yeah. So she supports me fully, and she's right behind me. She's such a big help, a tremendous help to my career, and it looks up from here.
You know what they say about a successful man, who's behind them.
That's correct. She's a very she's a lovely woman, and I'm very happy very lucky to have her in my life.
Well done, Ian.
Thanks, Steve.
Well done, Ian Sturgeon. Well done to my mates, Darlin Chinsami and Lawrence Pillay. Those boys would have certainly not missed the 7-2, and they will be collecting the cash. Number 3, LERTASHA, has come through to win. Back in second was number 9, Leopard Lily. That core trifecta rounded off by Miss Argentina, the stable companion, and that quartet by number 1, Cassie O'Malley. That's the final result. Race number 6. Let's not forget, we got 9 races carded today, so you still can get involved in the pick 3 races, 7, 8, and 9, and all to come bets from races 7 through to 9.